back, friends. We are on our way to Dog Mountain, do a little hiking. It's going to be a great hike, probably going to be on the trail about 7:15. And it'll be probably about 60 degrees. Perfect hiking weather. So why don't you come along with us? Glad to have you. Now this is just going to be a bonus. I didn't know we were going to get to see this. If you've seen any PCT videos, you've seen guys go across the Bridge of the Gods. And we're going to get a chance to go across it. Can't wait. So here we are. Coming up to the Bridge of the Gods. Gotta pay the toll. There she is. Morning.
Oh boy, you were quiet.
How much you owe me?
$50.
Can I get a deal?
I'll pare it down to $2.
$2 American money.
Yeah.
Got it right there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. See what a negotiator I am? It was $50. I got across for $2. Holy mackerel. Look at this. Oh my God. I'm glad there's no traffic because I can kind of sit and enjoy this. Oh my God. A lot of your favorite hikers have gone across this. If you follow any PCT videos. Welcome to Washington. So we left Portland, and it only takes about, probably about 45 minutes to get here. Had no traffic. It's about 7 in the morning. But man, what a way to start the day. I could probably get used to this.
Turn right onto State Road 14.
Okay. Always do what I'm told. Well, we made it. We're here at the Dog Mountain Trailhead. It's right on the highway. You won't miss it. There's plenty of signs telling you where it is. We're about car number 6 here at 7:15 in the morning. And all we need to do is go over here and pay our $5 fee, which we'll gladly do. I noticed some people had not paid. And then we're gonna head up there, Dog Mountain Trail. Oh, we made it to our first junction here, and there's a sign missing. And my friend told me you want to do this thing counterclockwise. I'm hoping that up to the mountain is that way, and this is coming down. Just to let you know, from your first step, and I mean step numero uno, this is uphill. So it's been a grind up to here. So just be prepared. So let's see if we're gonna go in the right direction. All right, we're into somewhat level. At the split there, I saw some people and they said, well, you can do it either way, it's a loop. This way will be a little steeper. But my buddy said, do it counterclockwise, so he said, well, just follow your buddy's advice then. Either way, you'll like it. Look at this. We're finally getting away from the river, so we don't hear the cars and so forth. Man, 8 o'clock in the morning on Dog Mountain. Me and that one bird over there. Trying out a new camera here. Canon G7. So far liking it. A couple pieces of new equipment too. Water bottle holder. And a little camera bag. Everything's working out pretty good. Man, 60 degrees. Lots of uphill though, I was warned about that. But I don't care. And we got up to mile 1. Took me about 30 minutes to that first mile. Averaging 2 miles per hour. Quite a grind. But it did level off a bit, as you can see. And now we're in the tall trees. Holy crap. Man. This is just something, just getting quiet. I don't know why people hike while listening to music. To each his own, but I'm interested in hearing the silence, occasional bird, some other sort of animal crashing through the trees beyond me. Oh, so glad I'm up here on a weekday. I know this trail gets a little crowded on the weekends. But just look at this. Here's a nice little rest stop. Just kind of hang out here and just enjoy this. I gotta tell you, so far, even though it was a grind, first mile, everybody said it'd be worth it. Oh, and just as I say that, what the hell? Back uphill again. Here we go. Well, we're coming up to a outcropping here. Looks like it might be promising. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, hurt me. Man, it's nice. I just don't know if you can slap the smile off of my face. This is... okay. I spoke too soon. That's a serious grade. Once again, we're missing the sign, but just keep going to the right. I'll know I'll be heading up the mountain. That's a serious grade. Want to go? Okay. What I want to show you real quick was this whole mountainside is covered with wildflowers. There's a few still out, and all down through here, just covered. And if you get here in May or early June, you'll get to see it. We're just seeing a few now, but I understand it is a sight to see. So if you get a chance to come up here, try to make it in May, so you'll get to take advantage of all that. And we're about to make the final little push to the summit. Nice little trail you can see winding up yonder way. I actually am feeling a hot spot. I have to check that out when we get up here and take a break. I've never gotten a blister. So, but I tell you what, I've never hiked grades like that for that amount of time. Even in Colorado. They're much shorter, and but this was pretty tough, just like they said it was. We're still getting some. We have a little bit of the flora here, but it's not anything like advertised during May. Really sorry we missed out on that. They said it is just a hillside of multiple colors. But you know, that view's not so bad either. And we're just going to continue to enjoy the day. All right, we've made it to the summit of Dog Mountain. A little fire ring up there. People have been hanging out. I think the trail continues on down that way. Man, it's hard to quit looking at this view. Took me an hour and 35 minutes to the summit. I think it was 3.7 miles, something like that, 3.8. And every bit of it was tough, folks. A couple little places. You got a little bit of a break, but not much. Kind of buggy up here today. Not like mosquitoes biting you or something. Don't really know what they are, but I think I'm just gonna have a quick snack. Yeah, and not of bugs either. And we're gonna head on down. Okay, made it down the trail, or up to the summit, I should say. And then there's really not a loop up there at the summit. You have to come back down the trail about, I don't know, 100 yards or so, and then there's another little small trail that trails off and heads down towards the mountain, or down towards the bottom. I think that's an Awesomeburger. Anyway, I'll notate it later. But that's what you'll want to do if you want to do a loop. Some people just go up and come right back down the way they came. Not this guy. So we made it up there, and now we're on our way down. Oh, look at the beautiful colors. Man, I wish we could have been here a couple weeks ago. That'd have been great. Getting back into the tree line where it's nice and cool. Just went through a pretty good descent there. And as per normal for every hike I do, the trekking poles saved my butt on a couple items, a couple places. I just won't hike without trekking poles. And as steep as some of the ascent was here, there's some places that the descent is equally steep. And the great thing about trekking poles is you can just take a little bit of the edge off. Going downhill on each step has a great cumulative effect at the end. So it really helps out your knees a little bit. But man, we're getting a nice breeze through here. We've already seen a couple hikers, well, about 4 on their way up this side. And we're about 10 o'clock in the morning now, so we might see a few more people. But this is supposed to be a really busy trail on the weekend, so if you can only get here on the weekends, I think I would be here at dawn and get on up the mountain, get back. It took me an hour and a half to get up there, and so if you take your time, you're thinking about 2 hours or so just plan accordingly. But man, it's just really been great so far. Not an easy hike by any means, but just beautiful, and I'm grinning like a possum. And I came across this. Actually, we're on the wrong trail on our way back. Project of AmeriCorps. This trail dedicated to Emax Woodbury II. Well, that's awesome, except they didn't tell us the name of the trail. It's got blue blazes on it, and I don't think I'm supposed to be on that, so I'm backtracking right now. But anyway, kind of cool, thought I'd notate it. Okay, we're back to the scene of the crime here, and if you've been along with me at all, you know how I feel about trail markings. Stevie Wonder ought to be able to find his way with Ray Charles as navigator. That's all I can say. Now, you can barely read this. And it's the Agsburger, well, I forget whatever it is. That's the other trail going down. That's the one we want. And see where it's pointing? Now, to a feller like me, that would mean yonder way. And then the Dog Mountain Trail, which is the one we just came down. But then there's this. So anyway, I ended up going down this trail quite a ways, and it kept turning me away from the Columbia River. So I had a suspicion we're going the wrong way. So here I am back here, and now we're gonna head back this way. Hope it's right. Well, I wish Barbara could have been on our hike with us. No, I don't. This is she probably wouldn't have had a lot of fun on this. This is rated difficult on just about any website you look at. It is very beautiful though, but your calves take a beating on the way up and your quads take a beating on the way down. I'm just glad I've got trekking poles. But it is beautiful once you get away from the river. The car is just silent out here, which is what I really enjoy. On our way back down, I knew that going away from the river was not the right way. It cost us about probably 25-30 minutes. That's not that big a deal. Just enjoying our little walk in the woods, if you will. Now, coming down on the Osberger Trail side of the mountain, a couple of these little rock gardens here. This one's a little smoother. The other one you have to kind of pick your way through. But this gives you an idea of the steepness of this mountain. And then once again, the awful view that you get around here. But anyway, like I said, some people just go up Dog Mountain Trail and come back, but I mean, why would you want to do that? See the same thing in reverse on your way back down. I like to see different stuff. So we're getting closer to the river, closer to the car, closer to a hamburger. As you can probably tell by the noise, we've made it back to the trailhead. And quite a rigorous hike. As you can tell, the parking lot's filling up. But what we did is we went up the Dog Mountain Trail, which is steep from the first foot you put on it. The Augsburger Trail is the way we came down. So I think it's a little farther coming down than it was up. But anyway, it still worked out. We enjoyed ourselves. And now we're gonna find a place to grab us a little quick bite to eat. Man, am I glad that is done. Dog Mountain in the books. It was tough. I don't mind telling you. Went up Dog Mountain Trail, immediately uphill for an hour and a half. Get up there, just, man, the views are just awesome, but it's a tough trail. Came down the Osberger Trail, not as many switchbacks and stuff, but still steadily downhill. So, you know, going up on Dog Mountain, your calves are screaming. There were places that my heel never hit the trail, just that steep. And then on the way back down, your calves are just, or your quads are just screaming. It's hard. It's not that long. It's only about 3.7, 3.8 up there, and about the same coming back. But it's definitely a hard trail. But if you put in your Google, you know, best hikes near Portland, it always comes up, but it always says it's difficult, and it is. So Yeah, I'd recommend it. Come out here and do it, but just be prepared. It's gonna be a hard hike, and it's not one of those things you're gonna bring people out that usually don't hike or just out for the city or something like that. You don't see those people out there. Everyone out there is pretty much young and fit, going up and down this trail. But it is a popular hike, and man, put it on your bucket list if you're close to Portland. So anyway, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. If you're out towards Portland, you need to check it out. That'd be Dog Mountain over here in Washington on the banks of the Columbia River. So until next time, you guys be safe. Hope to see you out on the trail. Adios.